Hey everyone, a little tired right now. I stayed up pretty late last night, probably until like 1:30. I had to get up around 5:36. That's best if I get up at that time, because otherwise I'm late to work. But yeah, I was stayed up that long to cut out my foam insulation so that I could stay on schedule. Because like I said, I set a deadline for myself, and I don't want to mess that up and stretch myself further later. I'd rather do it now and then be able to relax a little bit more later when it gets warm outside and things like that. Plus, what I get done this week and next week will set me up to just be able to do smaller things here and there and not have to do a whole lot of long nights and things like that while I work still. And I would be in a livable situation at that point, so I could take my weekend trips and my week trips and be good, because this is more of the structural um, type of stuff to where nothing else can go on top of it until it's done. And once that's done, the rest of it can be moved around and situated later and a little at a time. So that's why I'm trying to get this done now. Um, so yeah, like I said, I cut the insulation out last night and I just finished putting it in. Um, I mean, it's taking me a little while to put it in because, well, this side went pretty easy. The other side, because it rounds off more in the top corner and then it rounds off to the back side, it's a bit more difficult to install insulation on that. And I was trying to do more of a whole one piece type of a thing for some of it, but that didn't work, so I had to cut it right here so I have foam all in my floor. But it's in there. It's just not as put together as I wanted it to look. But again, no one's gonna see this, and it's not gonna be perfect. I don't expect it to be perfect. I wasn't even planning on doing this, but I'm looking at this situation as, um, I guess you could say, a blessing in disguise. Because if I wouldn't have had the leak in the AC, I wouldn't have been trying to pull it out, and I wouldn't have been standing back there when it started leaking from the top corner, and that wouldn't have led me to have to take down all my paneling, and then I wouldn't have seen the extent of the rust, and I wouldn't have been able to fix it. And then later down the road, I would have had this mold, mildew, leaky rustiness going on back there, and I'm living in this. So, you know, I'd rather put the time in up front than later when I have everything moved in and situated and screwed in and stuff like that. So, I'm just gonna go along with it. Like I said, take it one day at a time. Um, but I am pretty tired. But I only have to do this week and next week of some long hours, and then I should be good to do a little at a time and just situate things. But it wouldn't take a lot because this is more of the structural thing, like I said, and I'm just repeating myself. Okay, I'll show you this. Sprayed it down so now it looks black. That's what it's supposed to do. That rust converter stuff. So it looks good. Feeling good about that part. And you can see I lay down more of that Ultra Touch all the way to the wall, sealed it up, foam in, sealed that up. Um, I may use spray foam insulation for like little corner areas and the side areas just to get in there if it's not too messy. Again, nobody's gonna see this, so even if it is messy, I can clean it up as much as I can, but it doesn't really matter. Once I put my paneling in, I'm going to put this Ultra Touch on the back of the panel after I cut my template. I'll install this on there in those areas, and I'm going to do foil towards the inside of the van. And that'll go on here, and that's my thinking of how it'll go. Um, I got this today right here. It has an opening, so if I want to install it right here, I don't have to cut out a wheel well area. But the only thing is the front is one whole thing. It's no cabinet type doors or anything like that. It doesn't have doors, latches, anything like that. But it's a nice size, like width and height, and that's the front of it. You know, it's pretty decent. It was just sitting on the side of the curb of this house that I went to get some free paint from. I usually check Craigslist free area or whatever at lunch when I'm at work, and this guy was saying he has all this paint that was in climate control building and blah blah blah. And we actually had a tornado touch down to the counties around us yesterday when we had all that wind, and it was a mess apparently. I haven't been online, but everybody's telling me at work that it was a mess. So he said that you can come get the paint for free, and if you want to leave a donation, you can for those people in the county. But yeah, so I got me some paint, picked up some white paint, and seen this on the curb by his house. So I picked it up. I know I can use it even if I just use it for the wood and build a smaller one, because this thing is about 2 to 3 inches from my door right now, and it goes all the way down to here, which is almost to the end of the window. You know, it's leaving a little space, but it's pretty long, so it's taking up a lot of space, and I don't know if I want this size and everything to take up all of that space. I think it hits about here too, so it blocks a smaller part of the window that leaves this open, and I'm kind of thinking about debating on whether or not having this part open and having the insulation and Reflectix and everything I had on the window be able to be removable, more removable, so that when I get to a place I can look out my window if I want, and have the doors closed and have that option. So I'm thinking about that. So yeah, and what else? Yes, I got this. I'm thinking about that. If I don't put it here, I may see how tall it is and set it up and turn it and have it in front of this side door, the small one, and put like a door on it or something and have it as a pantry or a closet or something like that, because I'm still debating where I want my closet at. I know the kitchen and the desk area and the power center or whatever. But as far as my closet, exactly where I want it, I'm still debating, but I think that might be a good spot. So we'll see what happens as far as that. I think that's about it. Like I said, I got the installation in. That's all I'm doing for today. It is almost 9:30. I'm about to go in here and get me something to eat. And I said I was going to go to the gym for about 30-45 minutes. I don't know. I'm pretty exhausted at this point. And it was a really long, crazy day today at work. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow, but I plan on spending all night tomorrow taking down that wall over there, getting started on that, and then Saturday putting the insulation in, cleaning it up to where I can cut my paneling and put it up here by the end of the weekend. And then next week I can lay my flooring down. That's the plan. We're going to see what happens and how far I get and what I run into, if that has to change, but after doing this, I've learned how it's set up, how this is set up, how to take things down. So hopefully it won't take that long. It is a little bit longer of a space, but it may be more manageable. I don't know. We'll see. But that's the plan. That's what's going on. I think that's all I got for today. All right. I hope you all have a good day. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and continue to shine on.